back to Prairie.306. My name is Jess. I am gardening in zone 3B. I swear I know this stuff. But I get talking to this and I forget for whatever reason. So I'm gardening in zone 3B in Saskatchewan, Canada. This is my rehab project that was given to me by a friend, so we're just not going to talk about him right now. Yeah. So it is September 6th. Because I took the weekend and did family stuff. And just decided to prioritize some other things instead of shooting a garden tour yesterday, which is whatever. But that actually allowed for some blooms to open up and to have a little more to look at. Yeah, there's really not much else to update on other than the hailstorm that happened, but I posted a video pretty much right after that. We were pretty fortunate. There's a lot of other places in the city that like their siding was destroyed and plants were wrecked and cars were damaged, and we were pretty fortunate to not have that. So yeah, make this short, sweet, and to the point, and get out there and take a look at what's going on at this first week of September garden tour. So this is still chilling outside because the night temps have been decent enough still. However, there's thistles and stuff growing in here, so it's probably going to get ripped out next weekend, maybe, depending on what the temperatures are like. Might even do it later today, because there's stuff that's got to get ripped out in the back. But anyways, here is the front in the beginning of September. My petunias over there are still hiding under the porch because I have not fixed the thing they were hanging on. But yeah, there's flowers everywhere. The portulacas are flowering, pansies are flowering, osteos are flowering, the dahlias are trying, coral bells are flowering, sunflowers are flowering, snaps are still going. I don't think there's any more clematis flowers. I don't think. We can check when we get over there though. But yeah, already making plans for what to do in the fall. Mostly it's going to be mulching this bed because I didn't mulch it, and I'm tired of picking weeds. As you can tell, I'm not very good at it, but that's fine. It's just weeds. Yeah, I bought daffodil bulbs today, so they're gonna go in behind my row of tulips, either in behind, in between, and then I'll have the crocuses whenever I get those bulbs up front, and then those will be early spring flowers, and then I'll be able to plant like petunias and pansies and stuff over top of the bulbs. Yeah, everything is leaning away from the house. I'm attributing that to the wind that we have gotten this week and the hailstorm, because that was fun. That was lots of fun. Yeah, I'm not used to hail. But anyways, here's the hosta in the back, doing really well. These coleus in here, I will be clipping them and growing them inside during the winter and then bringing them back out. I'll be doing that with the ones on the porch too. Yeah. The dahlias are trying. The osteos are flowering again. Everything cooled way off too, which I think is also helping. Look at that though. It tried really hard. Such a weird year. And all these flowers too. Everything just decided to flower now, which I'm kind of sitting here going, maybe we won't get frost on the next weekend, because that's when our first predicted frost is supposed to happen. Oh, and now it's going to start to rain. Lovely. Anyways, sunflowers. The black magics here are gorgeous. I love them. Every time they flower, I'm just amazed. I will be hopefully pulling seeds off of those heads. I'll be pulling seeds off of these as well. Can we just appreciate the stalk on this mammoth sunflower for a minute? Like, this thing is giant and prickly, so that kind of hurts, but huge. And to think they just come from tiny little seeds like this big, and these seeds are 7 years old. But the head is slowly getting bigger. Hopefully it'll open soon, and it's going to be glorious because they're huge sunflower heads. Huge. And then this area we will be prepping pretty soon. We want to wait until there's a little less possibility for weeds to grow in here before we pull the sod up. But yeah, that'll be the peony bed right in here. And then we're going to dig that up, and then we've got like pots of soil and stuff, and we're going to check them, make sure they're pest free, and if they're pest free, we'll be dumping them in here to build the bed up, because there's like that much of sod that we gotta pull out. So then come up the stairs. My favorite shot of every video always is this canna. I was looking online at different canna bulbs today because I cannot be stopped, and I'm thinking I'll be saving these ones. Thank you, camera. There are some seed heads on it too, which I might try. And then I'm thinking I might get a yellow one and a pink one and a red one, and then just have them in this area instead. These got moved with the hailstorm. They seem to be doing a little bit better. I don't know. I think those are as big as they're gonna get, but that's okay. It is what it is. This pot will be dumped in the new spot. Yeah. Otherwise, things are just chucking along, getting chewed on by grasshoppers and wind blown and rained on and hailed on. These snaps just won't stop either. I love them. They're great. I was looking, these pods are getting pretty big. There's another bloom stalk coming here. Another one in there. I will be sad to see this plant fizzle out, but that's what happens. It's part of having such a short season. I am disappointed that this never flowered. I was looking forward to those. But there's next year, so that's all good. Then my other seed pod, oh goodness, is right here, ready to harvest. So I'll be pulling that in, drying it out. Oh, take it off right now. Yeah. So then you pop these open and there's seeds in them, and you just take those seeds and plant them. Yeah. So these coleus I'll probably take clippings of and grow them inside and then bring them back out in the spring. Oh goodness, we got wasps. That's fun. Hi, buddy. Are you eating bugs for me? I'd appreciate it if you ate bugs for me. So long as you stay outside. We don't need you guys inside. Yeah. Anyways, so that is the update for the front. And now we can head on in. Well, head on out to the backyard. Okay. So there's a lot of garden maintenance that's happening later. Lots of stuff is going to end up getting pulled. Probably a lot of the tomatoes on this side. I just need to wait because I need to enlist help because I can't do it by myself because there's a lot. But anyways, pulled a bunch of tomatoes off of this. I've pulled tomatoes off of this. These actually kind of started to crack on me, which I was sad about, but that's all right. Pepper plants are putting out flowers and peppers, and I'm like, you guys realize it's getting to like almost single digits at night, but okay. Yeah. So there's peppers on this plant, and this plant, and this plant, and this plant, right in there, and the little one up here. It's all sorts of variegation. There's also more peppers on here. They're very wilty because I have not watered, but that will be after we rip a bunch of crap out. Yeah. I don't know what peppers they are. I thought these were jalapenos, but then they started to turn black. So are they black jalapenos? And if they are, I don't remember buying black jalapenos. But they look like jalapenos. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. This purple bell is just about ready, I think. I had to pull a bell off of this, but that's alright. There's still 3 more on it. The Apache is starting to have peppers turn. The poblano's putting out more peppers. And there's more back here. Oh goodness. Ugh. The mint is toast. That's because I messed up. That's fine. It was an experiment. Oh look, more leaf cutter activity. Plants need nitrogen, my goodness. So we got lots of Hungarian hot wax. Lots. They're big peppers. I'm kind of excited. Then we've got the pepperoncinis in here. Lots of those. So we've decided that what we're going to do with the various pepper plants is we are going to just make powder this year. And then next year we're going to narrow down exactly what kind of peppers we liked and what grew really well. And then we will just focus on those ones. So yeah. The Anaheims are starting to turn, which is wonderful. These peppers are giant. That one's almost completely turned. It looks like it's rotten. It's not. This one's starting to turn for me now too. There's another little one back here. Yeah. Oh, the peppers. I'm really impressed with these hot wax peppers. Oh, and my lone banana. My lone banana pepper, which is probably ready to harvest. Pulled the pole beans out, so they're drying off and getting ready to be pulled down. Let's see. These Bosque Blues are doing really well still. Very impressed with this plant. The marigolds are flowering again because it's cooled off and it was quite wet. Basil's doing good still. Nothing really became of my basil bag, which I planted it really late, so I'm not surprised. Also, again, it's the dirt that sucks. My beef steaks, I don't know. They look like they got a little bit of disease on them. That could be hail damage too, I don't know. I'm thinking it might be a disease. We'll see how they grow out, I guess. This guy's doing really well. This plant is doing very well as well. Thought we had aphids. It's all good though. Got it taken care of, thankfully. I have 1 cucumber out of all of those plants, and then they all died. I have one cucumber. And so I keep joking that I'm just going to make one pickle in a Ziploc bag, and my friends are laughing at me thinking that I'm not being real about it, and I sure am. Be checking the beets and the carrots. I pulled a couple carrots out of one of these squares and they were eeny weeny, so I don't know if I'll get any carrots this year. Any of the beets that don't have bulbs will be pulled because there's not enough time. Like, our frost is predicted, ouch, for Friday. However, if you look at the forecast, it doesn't look like we're gonna get frost based on the temperatures, but stranger things have happened, especially in Saskatchewan, which, you know, we've gotten snow in July before. So it could happen. You never know. All right, so moving right along. Ow, as I shut the door on my foot. So, remember last week how I said that this was bug damage? No, that was a hailstone. But there's bugs in this now because I've left it here. Because I will be dealing with a whole bunch of garden stuff and getting our compost pile ready for our composter. Yeah. Tomato jungle is alive and well. Lots of tomatoes in there. I don't know if you can see them through the leaves, but there's lots. There's lots. This one is also, pretty sure this one is the Black Beauty that died on me. I'm waiting to see if these turn yellow or if they turn all dark. Because if they turn all dark, then I had a volunteer for the first time, and that's pretty exciting because I don't think I've ever had a volunteer plant before. These eggplants are probably pretty close to being ready to go. Look at them. They're so pretty. Just beautiful. This tomato is growing more. Like, after the hail, everything was just like, we're gonna grow some more. And it's like, sure, you realize there's not that much time left, but go for it. Thornburn's yellow blush are starting to turn. Those will be yellow. As you can see, as the top one here is turning yellow. My great white has tomatoes on it somewhere. In there. Yeah. Oh, look. More tomatoes up there. Oh, gosh. Alrighty. My squash plant has made a journey. Ouch! So, we have zucchinis. There's probably one there for sure. I know I've got a big one back there that I gotta pull. This plant is just taken off, and I'm just letting it do what it's gonna do because at this point, I'm not in control anymore. It's just gonna do whatever it wants to do, and I'm stuck. Oh goodness. Okay, we're just gonna chit chat a little bit here about some more things in this area while I get my boot unstuck. So I bought blue potted peas. I believe it's these ones here. And they ended up being purple. So I was like, I just have a bunch of purple peas this year. Also, guess what my favorite color is? Yeah. There we go. I am no longer stuck. Goodness. So yeah, my butternut squash plant here has decided that it's just gonna travel for me. And I'm really hoping it does not put out any more fruit, because that fruit will not get a chance to grow. Because we're done. Season's over, pretty much. Yeah. So I'll be going through, you can see lots of big pea pods here. Be taking those off, drying the seeds out, and using them for next year. There's a bunch of pods over in this one here too. Onions are just about done. I was told that I need to wait to make sure that the top leaves dry and like harden up so that they cure properly. Yeah. And then my poor battered squash plant. This is all stuff that got damaged in the hail. However, get away, grasshopper. Look at that squash. That's beautiful. And still going really well. I'm quite proud of that. I did not get any watermelon, which doesn't surprise me. Lettuce bag is toast. Potatoes are done. I'll be pulling those today when my help comes to help. Yeah. So I'm thinking next week's probably going to be a lot more empty back here. Just because it's that time of year. And I'll have to start preparing for fall and winter with the snow. Ooh. Maybe I'll get another lemon cucumber. Maybe I'll have enough time. But yeah. This is not the greatest garden tour because everything looks disheveled and falling apart, but that's the time of year it is. Oh, I guess I could show you the cosmos and the zinnias. Wait. While I'm here, I will attempt to grab my zucchini so I don't forget. Oh goodness. My goodness. That's 3 giant zucchinis that I've gotten. Oh, and it's raining. Shoot. Maybe we won't see the zinnias. Or I'll try. Hang on. I don't want to get too wet is all. It's not so much I don't want to get wet. I don't want to get my phone camera soaking wet. Goodness. All right. Yeah, well, I might actually be cutting this a little shorter than I want because it's starting to rain. Ooh, and it's chilly. My goodness. Okay. Just let you listen to that for a little bit. Yeah, look down there. Some cosmos and some zinnias came up. They're really pretty. Next year I'll plant them much earlier. And then I have 1 corn. You can see it right there. So I don't think I'll be doing corn again. Oh, there might be another one right there too. But anyways, now that I'm getting rained on, I'm gonna cut this short. Thank you guys for hanging out with me on a Monday because I decided to spend time with family yesterday instead of shooting a garden tour. Thank you for hanging out with me in my little patch of paradise. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I love to hear from you. And until next week, bye-bye.